On the main wrestling show, I'm not part of CMFTR. I'm a Bret Hart fan though. I'm joined by John Jacobs and Lacey Almeida in three
Hi.
very different locations. It's been a while. I think we recorded twice in 2 months. Busy lives. Lacey,
It's been months. Like we've not recorded since May, I think.
what have we missed? You must have some gossip for us.
I don't have any gossip.
Off air,
I've,
yeah.
I've been in God knows where. I've been in everywhere except home.
You've been in Greece. You've been in Egypt,
Egypt, Turkey.
Boston.
I had a night in Ireland. Let me see. I went
Did you have a
to,
pint of Guinness?
no, I don't really drink beer. I went to
When in
Canada.
Rome,
I had a great time in BC and Canada, as we say in these parts. So I've been all over.
we call it Canada too, just in case people were
No, no,
wondering.
Canada. People, I don't know why people put an
The
R at
R.
it.
Okay.
Canada.
JJ, anything new your
Canada.
end?
Well, anyone that's watched the last episode that we recorded and is now watching this is probably thinking, wow, it's been like 3 years because that is how much I've aged in the last month. But no, that's it, man. I'm just really fucking tired.
Yeah,
Kids there. Yeah, that.
adulting.
Kids there.
I mean,
Do you know
yeah,
what? I think what the problem is, right? It's so fucking hot, right? It hit like 35 degrees this week, something like that. Maybe 32
been
here.
bad.
Like decently over 100, and it's still so hot at night time, and so like the kids just aren't sleeping well. But we've just had ceiling fans installed today, so fingers crossed that does the trick.
A good lad. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to take George to the park and then go in the shade in Commonwealth and wear him out because he's just not been wanting to sleep at all. Get the aircon on blasting, but he's like, just jumps out, goes. He can knows how to. The worst part of us now, he's worked out how to use the remote, so turns it on and straight away. We just want to miss Rachel, but we have to hide the remotes in the house now.
Rachel, she
She's
has them on lock.
she's like baby crack, and I've noticed like the amount of adverts they have on is slowly getting cranked up as well. She's
Yeah, it is.
she's coining it in.
Oh, she's in the, well, she's making millions. She has to be. Rachel, keep doing your thing.
Anyone that doesn't have small children is just like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. So,
I don't have small children, but I have to know who she is.
you
See you,
spend a lot
Lisa.
of time with small children.
I don't want to, but I do.
Sounds
Neither
like the
do
girls from
we.
nursery. True. Yeah. JJ, where are you? You're not in your normal spot.
I usually sit over there at the desk on a very uncomfortable chair, and now I'm sitting in an armchair with my feet up, chilling.
It's a Friday
Even
evening.
comfier.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fact that we're all doing this on a Friday evening probably speaks more about us than the wrestling landscape. Listen, I'm probably like you. I've not been watching a lot of AEW. I've not actually watched it in 2 weeks. And I should have done. I can't be asked messing around with the VPN. Have you been following anything? I know you're at Blood and Guts. War Games.
Can I tell you, I have so much like wrestling period to follow, just to follow up on because I was away and then I just haven't been able to. But also, like, I'm going to Blood and Guts next week. By the time we get this out, it'll be like 3 months past. And then what's happening after that? Oh, and then I'm coming to you guys. We're all going to London. So
We're in London
we
in
have,
8 weeks.
I
That's
want
So
to
it's
mental.
see.
actually
Six
It's
weeks.
it's
less.
actually
6 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually
Yeah.
confirmed. I will be in New York the week before London, so I'll fly to New
This
York,
guy. This
and
fucking
then
guy.
I'm flying
Jet set
back to
life.
London the Thursday night, overnight flight, and then I've got to be in the office on Friday in London, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm free.
Oh,
God.
John, we'll probably arrive around the same time. Are you flying into Heathrow?
Yeah, on the Friday morning, like very
Yeah,
early. I
that's
land
what
at
I'm
about
planning.
7 a.m.,
Yeah, that's
8
what I'm
a.m.
planning to go.
Cool. I probably won't see you on the Friday because I'm gonna go to work and then I'm gonna go to my hotel
No, no,
and
no.
sleep for like
I don't
12 hours.
no, I don't expect you to. I was just saying we'll probably at least arrive at the same time, which would be nice.
Yeah.
JJ. So I'm guessing Nicole gets a really nice present on the way back, right?
Well, when I get home, I'll be home, so that will be her present. My present.
Okay then. But yes, you've not seen a
Maybe
lot
I'll
of
buy her
AEW.
a handbag from New York. I have seen a lot of AW. I haven't watched last week's Collision, but apart from that, I mean, I haven't watched Rampage in like months. But Dynamite, I've watched more. The Adam Cole stuff with MJF is just like the best thing in wrestling right now.
That's
Every
the
single
only thing I've
skit
watched
is
as
just
well.
incredible.
That's fucking hilarious. MJF is just the boy. He's like 25 as well, isn't he? Good God.
Nick Wayne at like 18 years old and 2 days in the main event of Dynamite. I
He's
thought
a
that was a really cool
kid.
match.
Can I just say,
Yeah, he's a
JJ?
child.
I think
Gone.
you said I had 2 multis with Swerving, right? And I just
Yeah.
read the group chat the morning after. Thought, fucking hell, I can't believe these have gone down again. I can't believe that Swerve's been beat. And then I listened to the What Culture review. Blah, 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 1, 2, 3, Swerve wins. Like, what?
Yeah, but
Because it was,
Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy lost, right? That must have ruined you, or not?
I didn't play that at all. I was so annoyed because
Oh,
I wasn't paying attention. In my head, right, that cage match, Adam Cole pins
Cole.
Brian Cage, or
hmm
there's an upset and Big Bill pins Cole because MJF fucks off. And
hmm
JJ's already had the 13-8. You can have 6-5. No, and it happened with Sting and Jeff Jarrett. No, Sting and Jericho 2 weeks ago as well. After I'd said the day before, this is how the match is going to go. JJ
But
sweeps
I
him.
didn't back the winner on that one because I backed Jericho to pin Sting, and it was actually Jericho submitted him.
Somebody
Sting?
backed it instead.
No, not Sting. But
Scotty
yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Lacey has no
Yeah.
idea what's going on right now. But
No, I do
Uh,
because
I
no,
can't
like
even
I
remember.
haven't sat and watched an episode in obviously like from from beginning to end, but I've obviously like been following on
Yeah.
socials and like I watch like the little shorts on YouTube or whatever, but like it's just the guys, there's wrestling on like every
all the
single
time.
night now. It's
It's a bit
very
much,
hard.
right?
Like we have we have 3 hours Monday Night Raw. Tuesday,
Manara.
ah, Tuesday, we have NXT plays on Tuesday.
NXT.
Wednesday, AEW. Thursday, depends.
ROH and
Impact.
Impact.
Yeah,
ROH and Impact.
that's what I'm saying. Depends if you watch, but yeah. Friday, Friday is too much now because you have,
SmackDown and Rampage.
yeah, and then now Saturday. I also have never seen an episode of Collision.
It's good. It's a good watch. Like I really, really like the vibe of it, and I really like the commentary team. Like, and obviously, it's always good wrestling. But
I love Kevin
yeah, I
Kelly.
understand.
It's really
I do
good.
understand people who are like, yeah, I just don't have 2 hours spare on a Saturday, or like
It's
a
just,
Sunday morning for us.
it's a
Like,
lot.
The thing is,
yeah,
right, if you're so used to Dynamite, Collision is so noticeably such a slower paced show. If you're used to that, it's like listening to messages on 1.5 speed, right? If you listen to a voice note and then you go to
mm,
one, like, oh, this is
mm.
noticeably paced differently. I think
It's an adult show for wrestling.
it's an 80s TBS World Championship Wrestling type show. So I like it, obviously.
I'm glad you finally have something that's for you, Jack.
I
That
need to
makes
watch. Well, I need to. The thing is, right, with Fight app, you can only watch it on a VPN, and I've maxed out my Tunnel Bear, and I was trying to watch it on the iPad last week, and it wouldn't work. So I can't be asked. Like, if Fight can just, I don't know why that for some reason I pay, was it $7 a month to watch it, and it's banned in Europe. So I don't know how it works.
that's
How
wild.
do you watch it on dodgy links, though, JJ? Nobody
Yeah.
watches.
So
You'll
what,
get
I
the
used to,
rest.
I used to pay for Fight, and then they took the stream rights away from Fight in
The
Jib and gave
Zone.
it to the Zone apparently. But if you go on the Zone in Jib, it's not there.
Hmm.
And the Zone's $25 a month, and the only thing that I would use it to watch is AEW. So now I just find some dodgy link online and watch it like on Daily Motion or something like that. But
Like
it's
a
always
real
fun.
stream.
Yeah, and like I can watch it on my phone or my laptop. Don't need to like I would pay if I could get it legally.
You're not
But
under duress. You're fine,
in
darling.
Jib
You don't have to
in Jib there's no
protest.
way you can do it. No, I don't mind. Like I'm happy to pay. Like for the pay-per-views, you can still get the pay-per-views on Fight. And I watched the Forbidden Door live, so I paid for that. But otherwise, yeah, they just screwed some people over
Screw some people over. Speaking of
and
which, let's
screwed
go.
themselves over by not getting the money.
Yeah, speaking of which, we'll go to the WWE Network, which is still available, thankfully, in Europe. Today we are gonna, as you can see by the tone of my shirt, early Bret was tremendous. We're gonna go back because the three of us are gonna finally reunite.
Attend the show together.
As I've said before, I've only been to 2 wrestling shows in my entire life. One was an Impact European tour in Liverpool at the Olympia in 2008. And the other one was the shitty local town hall wrestling, which is one of the worst experiences of my entire life. You know, it's just some big guy, some local guy who dresses like Kane and goes, starts doing this for Chokeslam. And I was so excited to go as like a 12-year-old. I went on my own. None of my
You
friends
went
like
on your own?
none of my friends like wrestling then, who's still dorky. Like, I'm going to see some good stuff here. And it was the worst experience of my life.
Well, I'm sorry. This is going to be better, I
So
assure
Wembley
you.
can't. Well, yeah, I think we're going to the Defy show on the Saturday, and then
Who's
uh,
we?
I don't know.
Me and Nissy we're going to a different show.
We're going to a different show.
Are you going
we
to the Rev
enjoy-
Pro show?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Bro,
one. Osprey's
we
main event,
told
isn't it?
you about this. Oh my God, Jack, did you forget?
Yeah. Look, it's been a wild month, right? Honestly,
Okay.
fighting legal battles, and I was sacked a month ago. It's a thing, right? I'll tell you off air. But
we'll all have a good time. We'll all be together at Wembley. That's the important
Yeah,
thing.
we'll all be together. It'll be a great time, and I'm very excited because this is actually going to be my first international wrestling show. So I'm excited for that.
First, but probably not the last. Also, Frankie's trying to work on getting us some lanyards and get us some backstage type stuff. So if anyone can, Frank can. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be filming bits and pieces while we're there.
Let's see.
Let's see. Well, that leads into
John and I are very busy.
Well, yeah, he's finding New York NYC on work as well, JJ, right? All expensed.
Yeah.
Good lad.
They said they wouldn't pay for the strip clubs, but that's fine.
But the coke.
You know what though? The strip clubs in New York are all right.
I know you're gonna have to tell me where the headless is. You gotta give me the hookups.
Oh yeah,
not hookup, but
yeah, I'll text it to you. Don't worry.
No.
We'll keep it out the group chat so we don't implicate Jack.
Of course.
Anyway, we're here to watch the British Bulldog versus Bret Hart, who main evented WWE's famous show Wembley in 1992. 80,000 sellout crowd. AEW are on course. So what do you reckon, JJ? 74,000 tickets sold at the minute. They're probably going to hit 80. The big two fingers
sell
up.
Out, realistically.
I mean,
they put it set up for like 86,000 or something at the minute. 84,000. They're not. I mean, they've only got to sell 10,000 tickets, and we're 6 weeks out still. And they've not even announced any matches for it. So,
sorry, Andrew, do you believe they sold that many tickets?
Well, distributed.
Yes.
Some of them will be like freebies and stuff like that. But yeah, like it doesn't make sense to. I mean, I don't really know how this shit works. Like everyone says WWE inflates their stuff.
They do. I mean,
which they
we
do.
Talked about this WrestleMania, 160,000.
Vince has publicly said like we use these numbers as a marketing tool. They're not necessarily legit, right? But like people who say, oh, like Tony Khan's has gone and bought 20,000 tickets, like obviously he hasn't. Like that, like it's just absurd.
I tell you what, right? Since we last spoke, maybe 1 month ago, Twitter is just a horrible place. Like horrible. I mean, it was bad. And listen, you've stayed off Twitter for a long time, Trude. It's just people shouting at each other and I like this, so your stuff is shit. Well, I like this, so that stuff can't be right. What is wrong? It's summertime. Go outside. Have a beer.
Wrestling Twitter is so exhausting to read.
I'm just there.
It's just annoying because it's like someone will be like, you know, WWE did something good, and someone else will be like, well, AEW did this, and that's better, and it's like, who gives a fuck? Oh, you know, and it goes both ways, right? Like AEW did something good. Well, WWE have Roman Reigns. Well, like, who the fuck cares, man? Just watch the things that you want to watch, enjoy what you enjoy, and leave other people alone. Like, why do people have to go on to things and go, well, this thing that you like sucks because this thing that I like is different? Just shut up. Just let people enjoy what they want to enjoy.
Like, how many times do we have to say it? Like, it doesn't matter. You can enjoy both. You don't have to choose. It's okay.
Also, by the same token, like anyone who says like, you know, everything AEW does is amazing and everything WWE does sucks is also like completely wrong. Well, I mean, you know, it's subjective, but I think they're lying to themselves, right? Because, you know, I prefer AEW. I watch more AEW week to week than I do WWE. But if there's something good on WWE, I will watch it. And if there's something rubbish on AEW, I'll accept that. Like, we have a group chat, and me and Jack have also got another group chat with other people that live around here. We talk about wrestling, and like the day after Dynamite, we'll be like, oh, this was good and this was bad, and this was good and this was bad. And then also equally, if there's something interesting going on in WWE, then people watch it and talk about it. Like,
And it's
yeah.
fine. And guess what? The world keeps turning whether you like it or not, so it doesn't matter.
You alluded to that, JJ, in terms of us discussing, so after Dynamite. I think the only one consensus, like the last few, the Bloodline aside, this on AEW, is how great the MJF and Adam Cole stuff has been. Pretty much anything MJF's done for 3 years, right, by Jericho, Chris Colway. Yeah, and I was a bit
You
skeptical.
hate him.
I think he's just a bit like when the fact that but they know it, right? The fact they teased him entering Blood and Guts as like, we nearly had you. Buddy Chris nearly got himself in there because it's a weird. AEW is so insider. It's just, but like MGF and Adam Cole being best mates and they're gonna end in disaster. It's just fantastic TV.
Yeah, you know it's gonna happen. It's just like, how soon?
I wrote in the before I'd watched
MJF
it.
has got
I said I wrote it down at JJ saying, "Oh, have you never played a multiplayer game? Well, you need friends for that." Like, oh, how do I feel for Big Max here? And he's going to completely put Cole over, and Roddy's
and
going to
in
say,
ring as well.
"Told you."
And in ring as well, MJF has managed to get both a headlock takeover and the double
Body slam.
clothesline, which they're still yet to hit. Like, so over. Like this double clothesline that they've apparently been working on, their double team move, like, and they're building up to it, but they haven't actually had the chance to hit it yet. Like, when they hit it, the crowd's gonna go absolutely nuts. Is it the final? Is it the final in Boston next week? Yeah. Okay.
Lacey has got no idea, but yeah, it's MJF and Adam Cole versus
What?
Daniel Garcia. Let's see.
That's what it's called. It's guys. I'm going to be your liaison. I'm going to be messaging you live. I don't care if it's 3 a.m.
Just
where
go
you
on the
live.
just go on the Twitter live updates.
First of all, I think I've been kicked off the Twitter like so many times I don't even go on it anymore.
No, not on mainly wrestling, surely.
Oh, surely.
Don't call me Shirley. Are we gonna crack on and watch this?
Let's do it, man.
I think this is probably Lissy's era more so than mine, just because I don't actually remember watching a lot of this.
Okay, I will fill you in as we go.
I'll give you.
I don't know if I've ever seen this match.
I've not seen it in full in a long time. I think this was on the old Bret Hart Best There Is, Best There Was, Best There Will Be compilation DVD, which is his first sit-down interview in like 05, and he went in the Hall of Fame in 06. I was so excited to buy that box set. I was getting dragged back in, as we always do, at the age of, I think, 17, 18.
Oh, yeah.
If you're watching,
we should let the guys know where we're starting from, right?
If you're watching on the network, it's episodes /SummerSlam-92. Go to 2 hours, 13 minutes and 3 seconds. You'll see the glorious face, the glorious head of hair of Sean Mooney with Diana Hart, or Diana Hart Smith, whatever you want to call her. And you'll hear Howard Finkel's beyond recognizable voice in the background, introducing the main event. 2:13:03. Lissy, if you're on the cock, what do you do?
You just go to SummerSlam season 5. And like you said, 2:13:03.
We're gonna click play in 3, 2, 1. Boom!
You're stupid.
You know it's all about the. I just want to do that live when Adam Cole's there.
Okay,
I think you'll time it wrong. Do you know?
Yeah,
so Howard Finkel, I think it's fair to say he's almost as good as Samantha Irvin.
Ooh,
not even biting at that. Not.
No,
Who's
don't
is that?
Say
Frank?
that.
Who the hell's that?
That's Lennox Lewis.
But he's Canadian.
Lennox Lewis.
It's a joke. Canadian. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Okay,
he is Canadian.
I'm like, okay. Anyway,
yeah.
No, the thing is, I think that like you can't really. They're from 2 totally different eras, so it's hard to even like say that, right? Because like Samantha Irvin has her own style, and like the Fink has a very distinct style too, right? So I think it's hard to compare them, and he has like such like a booming like voice from that time, but her voice is like amazing, and she's way more animated than he was too.
He's so
Bulldog
over as well.
is Bulldog is
And the other thing I
really-
would say that, like, if you're looking at the top trumps card of Samantha Irvin versus the Fink, she definitely would win in the looks category. I think
I
she's
think
slightly better
so.
looking
Whoa,
in the
whoa,
Fink.
whoa.
Slightly
Put some
better looking.
respect on the Fink's name, please.
I'm just saying slightly.
Poor Fink. He was cute though.
Subjective.
She's not got as good of a moustache, but the rest is there.
See that, Jack?
Look at the crowd, man. That the shot of him going down the aisle, it's ridiculous. Like, I was there a few years ago. We went for Lorraine's birthday in 2018 to see Ed Sheeran.
You weren't there because what is there has been knocked down. Wembley Stadium was knocked down and redone in like 2001.
He means he was there.
I know they
You
lost
know.
to England. England lost 1-0 to Germany in the last game.
Okay.
Anyway, but here's Bret. I love the old SummerSlam logo. I'd love to see that come
I
back.
do. It's so nostalgically cute. But I feel like the card for this SummerSlam was a little bit weird, but it makes sense why Bret and Bulldog were the main event. Obviously, are you jamming? What's going on? Okay.
I love Bret's music.
I love Bret's music. It's probably like top 5 wrestling themes for me. I have it on my gym
Wow.
playlist. Not that I go there. But like if you look, it was this match that's the main, Kamala and Undertaker, and then previously was
Ultimate Warrior
Macho
versus
Man and
Macho Man.
Ultimate Warrior. It was like,
What's supposed to be Flair Savage, and
yeah,
Warrior kind of weaseled his way in, and then I'm pretty sure he was sacked a month
dark
after this.
times, brother.
Don't
He
forget,
held Vince up the
Repo
last
Man.
minute. He wanted 100 grand or 200 grand, something ridiculous on the spot. And Vince's attitude's always been, get the match in the ring, brother. Deal with it afterwards.
Mhm.
So yeah, they got them in there, and then he was fired the week after. And
Yeah,
then
but this was
Savage
also, like,
lost the title to
handshake
Flair.
time, right?
Adam?
They weren't on contracts. Like this was like handshake time.
Oh yeah, all Vince promised at this time was an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, Jack, we're on the countdown,
I
brother.
know, yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
By the way, so the backstory here is Bret came to him early in the day and went, I'm fucked. You know, what? I'm fucked, Bret. I'm fucked. So Bret was like, okay, I'm gonna have to run this match. And Bret says he planned the entire match out beforehand and just says to him, just do what I tell you. And Davey had spent the last 5 weeks smoking crack with Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Oh my
Fucking hell.
God. Not crack.
I mean, I don't really know the difference between Class A drugs, but I presume it doesn't do good things to you.
Are you sure it was crack?
I think I'll post a video on the Mainly Wrestling show the Mainly Wrestling Instagram page. It's a shoot interview Bret did, I think, in 2010, and he said, I kept trying to get hold of Davey, nobody knew where he was, and he was with the Anvil smoking crack.
Oh, God. Well, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
Hey, look, Bret still managed to work
Don't
wonders there.
don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs.
Do some, but not the really bad ones, like
not the
some
hard
weed.
ones.
Some weed is okay.
Weed is legal here.
Not in Gibraltar.
Yeah, I mean, no. Alcohol, I mean, don't drink too much of it, but a little bit sometimes. Sometimes it'll make your night a bit better.
Yeah, not enough. Don't drink too much so you don't like fall down.
Yes, falling is bad.
Wow.
As Bret has just shown us here, he's just fallen.
Can we discuss Bulldog's hair, by the way?
I was just about to say, low-key, like when I remember this was like my favorite hairstyle of his. Like, it's little bit, it's borderline cultural misappropriation. But
could you do that in 2023?
But he got away with it.
92 is a very different time. Very different time.
Couldn't get away with that on TV now, could you?
Actually, no.
No.
I mean, Erling Haaland had had cornrows in his hair this week. So I think
Did
it's
he?
yeah,
Listen to
I think
this.
but
Lucy bringing out football knowledge.
see, come on guys. I know a lot of
I
stuff.
didn't even know this.
He was dressed like
Come on.
Delboy as well, in a kimono, in like lime green satin.
Yeah. But I feel like he's like such a cool guy that like he can like pull off like a lot of looks.
Oh no. Roll up.
True.
1, 2. I do this with George and he finds it hilarious. Pin him and go 1, 2 and get him to kick out. And he proper giggles. Then he's like, be careful.
Has he managed?
Elbow
Has he
drop.
managed? Has he done it at 2.9 yet, or he's still
No,
not quite there?
he's not mastered the near fall yet. We'll get it. We'll get it in time. Be
He's
careful,
still got some
you
work
two.
to do.
Yeah, exactly. And so Bret keeps slowing it and going, Davey, take a breath. I'm fucked. I've got to find that clip because it's just Bret trying to do a Northern English voice. I'm fucked. I'm fucked, Bret. Yeah, the weird thing.
I mean, it's now that you have that information and you're watching it, like you can maybe think, oh yeah, like he's doing this, that's why. But like, I don't think anyone watching the match was like, oh my god, like Davey Boy is fucked, right?
No.
Like,
and that's probably
and maybe it is because Bret is so damn good, but
that's the thing. That's the Bret, right? That's because it's the same with like pretty much Shawn in his peak. What in say 96 when he was champion, he would make anyone look great just by flying around after them. And if you get him in the ring with someone who's also good, I think we watched the Mind Games match, Mankind v Shawn Michaels in your house 10 September September 96 in Philadelphia, and they put on a classic. And Shawn had had to wrestle, all sorts of like mid card heels for the last 3-4 months.
So can I ask, of families that are widely involved in wrestling, who do you think has been family level involved the most in storylines, and why is it the Mysterios? Because I think it's like
wrestling has more than one royal family.
I think it's like the Mysterios are number one, the Harts are like right behind them.
Listen,
okay?
it's the McMahons.
I don't know why I don't count them. I don't know why. I just feel like because that's their business. Like they
had
have to
Trish
do that.
make out with they had 3-month storyline where Linda stood up out of a wheelchair.
that was great.
The pop Linda got for stand at the wheelchair and slapping Trish.
I don't know.
I mean, I totally
feel like
thought she was in a
they've used the
comatose
family a lot.
I was watching back an old SmackDown from must have been like on this day 20 years ago, and it's Vince making out with Sable in front of Stephanie on a June 2003 episode of SmackDown after she's come back having sued the company for sexual harassment and then settled out of court. Man, that Vince, he's some guy.
Does not learn, does he?
He's
are we gonna have to cut? Are we gonna have to cut and start again? Not start again, but
we'll get it at 2:25.
Okay.
I just love how they keep cutting to Diana, like
the brother versus the husband. A greatest wish is that neither individual is hurt. Well, your husband shouldn't have been smoking crack, should he, for the last month?
Whoa,
Come on, Diana.
Whoa.
What? He did.
Oh my.
He was my favorite wrestler as a child. I'm allowed to get away with that. He was my hero.
Can I ask? So was the British Bulldog like the number one wrestler like in England when you guys were little? Like he was the most popular.
Even like when I started watching in like 98, 99, and he wasn't even like that good at that point, right? Like barely wrestling, was like not really involved, but everyone in the UK just still loved him. Like all the kids in that still loved him because he was the only representation that we had.
Yeah.
He was that guy, wasn't he? So they had the Battle Royal at the Albert Hall, a big show in '91. Bulldog, I think he beat Earthquake. He beat some big lads to win it and got a big trophy. Andre came out, got the rub, and that was like. But that was one of those old Silvervision Coliseum videos. So in terms of exposure, it got him there far and wide.
Right. But I think that's like a testament to how important representation is in
Yeah.
something like wrestling, right? Like you guys, you may not have liked wrestling as much, but you're like, oh wow, the British Bulldog is from my country, or even from like,
My guy.
from what?
Yes, you said that he sounds like me. So he's got the
Yeah,
Union
he
Jack.
sounds like
He's
me.
one
He
of
knows
us.
like
Yeah.
he's from where I'm from. He's one of us. Like I feel like that's like so cool. That's like I mean I think that's like what's important about having like women be more involved in like actual storylines that aren't how Jack, like what you were just saying, like having like them just be there to like make out with people or to do like bra and panties matches or
Puppies.
what do they used to do? The mud fights, all that stuff. So I feel like it just kind of, you know, it shows where they're going with it too, because you guys see like they've announced like a show in India later this year, and they're really like ramping up like the Indian wrestlers too. So I think it's nice. I think the international coverage is cool.
Is when you're 25 years old and you have 25 million in the bank. So it's like
Yeah.
25 sitting on $25 million.
Yes.
And that was coined by someone called Aubrey.
Aubrey.
You might know him as Drake. He is
yeah.
an American rap. Oh, Canadian. Sorry,
Canadian, yeah.
rap
Did a
artist.
song with Rihanna, didn't he? Years ago.
He did do a song
What's with the eye roll? Did he not?
He said, oh
He
yeah,
did
he
do
did
a
a
song
song where
with
Rihanna.
what's her name?
Yeah, in 2013.
Oh really? Oh, I remember distinctly remember coming back. We'd just been to Edinburgh, I think, for our anniversary a few years ago, and God's Plan came on, and I remember just butchering that. God's Plan,
God's Plan,
yeah,
God's Plan.
God's Plan. The men said, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, yeah,
Just don't do it.
it's a new song
She's
that's
like,
come
just
out.
don't.
God's Plan. Yeah.
Oh, you motherfucker! Sorry,
Jay
the
just
head
playing
ace is
poker.
cracked.
Yeah,
The head ace is cracked. Yeah.
Yo.
that'd be good for the outtakes.
Wait,
Right,
did we press play yet?
JJ, what stage you played?
Only 10.
10 what? 10 cents, 20 cents?
Yeah.
How'd you get on last night?
What did I do last night?
I thought were you not asking in the group if there's a game?
Yeah, no, but there wasn't a game.
No.
Yeah.
You. I've been watching a lot of 98 Triple H. Fucking hell, it disgusts me. He was like such a lad. Get your tits out. Yeah, get him out in the crowd. Get him out for the lads.
And the fact of the matter is,
you British. And he's the one that he's obviously the guy that came up with the screw job. So fuck you, Hunter. Right, in 3, 2, 1. We're recording anyway.
We're live, pal.
No context since up to about 2000 was as well. I think I only posted about 12 times.
I was gonna say, whatever happened to that?
It's
no
still there.
What?
I can't. I am trying to post as much as possible. I physically can't do it. Like my thumbs were actually sore last week.
I'm sorry. Did you guys just see like obviously like Bret was like instructing him, but he was like talking into the back of his head.
Davey, they're gonna throw you into the ropes. Take a bump. Get up. Get up.
Can we have a time check?
Yeah, we are currently on 2:25, 52, 53, 54. Shoulder tackle, drop down, leapfrog.
Love a good leapfrog.
Bret takes that so well. He said that I came with this match on my own, and all Davey had to do was do as he's told. And this is like a classic. But, people talk about
like they knew each other so well that they could work that way.
Yeah, and they were in Stampede Wrestling together, I think, 83, 84. Similar styles. A lot of Stampedes was taken from British wrestling. Bret getting booed. Outrageous.
Shocking. Well,
But,
can't the hometown guy can't get booed.
Yeah.
I mean, also.
Oh my god, a Bulldog on, and his name's actually Bulldog.
Amazing.
Thanks, Bobby. Thank you. I hate Vince's commentary though. Oh my God, he's
So
going there.
animated.
He must have. No. We'll have to get one of those. One, he's got it. 1, 2. No, that's a really weird angle for the whatever the hell that was. Yeah, Dave's struggling here.
So what we were talking about earlier was like British wrestlers and like how much people in the UK kind of clung to them. I don't feel like it was the same with Regal, or certainly at my age.
Oh,
Do you think that was just because
Regal
he
was.
was a
Yeah,
heel?
yeah. No,
Like
Regal was. Regal's
people like in if there was like a UK show when he came out, he got like a huge pop, right? But I feel like people weren't as like huge on him as they were Bulldog, just because he was kind of an asshole.
Well, Bulldog was a career babyface, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
the Bulldogs were heels in the first WrestleMania, right? They won the belts from maybe Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. No, maybe the Dream Team. I think they beat Brutus WrestleMania 2. I think they beat Brutus Barber Beefcake and Craig Valentine for the tag belts.
Wow,
And then I know, right? And they kind of turned babyface after that. And then huge hometown guy. Regal was beloved, but it's more of an older generation. I think me and people slightly older, because Regal came over to WCW in '93, and he was only about 25 then. But his work beforehand was really.
Was it his character though that people, because his character was always like very snooty, like Lord
Blue Bloods.
Steven Regal in WCW, right? And then he kind of carried that over. He kind of used to walk. He used to, his wrist was
behind the back and
always. So I mean, was it that like the Bulldog was like more relatable, probably. Man of the people style?
Regal's more amongst his peers, right? So when he came over in '93, he became the TV champion, which is kind of what Arn made famous 10 years before, and he'd wrestle on every single TV show, most of them 10-minute draws, but it showed, I suppose, if you like your wrestling, like, oh, this guy is really good. But he still, like you said, always a heel, even when he came over in '98, right, as the man's man. Mm-hmm. He's a man.
Yeah,
for some reason, he was a heel because he was a lumberjack and he could fix pipes, and I don't know. Catch animals with his bare hands.
The Attitude Era wasn't really conducive to like that style of wrestling. Like you didn't have people putting on like 10-minute time limit draw bangers in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
So even in WCW, right? Apart from the cruiserweights, like actually got given time, and they get like 10-12 minutes. Most things were 4 minutes, wham bam, thank you, man. If you go back and watch most main events on Nitro, 97, 98, 99, they just ended non-finishers. It's just, it's mental.
Every week.
It's every week. End of year run in, ring the bell, bang, bang, bang. Okay.
That was exhausting.
God, he took that back body drop. That
was good. You're right, Jack. The cruiserweights had the best wrestling in WCW, honestly. You had Juventud Guerrera, you had Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, you had
Jericho,
Dean Malenko, Psychosis.
Mm-hmm. Wow, what?
That's serious. I mean, Jericho, the Jericho Malenko feud in '98 was so over. Again, when Dean Malenko dressed up as, did he dress up as La Parka? Did the dance and he unveils, he's the last guy in the Battle Royal, he faces Jericho. And he slowly undresses. The crowd goes nuts. I think it's like Slamboree '98. And Dean Malenko, the most boring guy in the world, getting those reactions for a bait and switch.
The most boring guy in the world.
Look, from a character, I think Dean Malenko is an unbelievable wrestler.
I know what
stuff
you mean.
With Eddie in ECW '95, phenomenal. But I think he got butchered, didn't he? When he came over to WWE in 2000. Have you seen the skits with Lita? Oh my God, we'll watch these. They made him a ladies' man.
It was terrible.
They made him like a Lothario. He's a 4-year-old guy who's got no game, even less so from when a camera's there. Lita, I'd love to do a thing with you. Dean, I can still see your wedding ring. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Oh,
The wife's fine.
so cringe.
But they and then they did that with Daniel Bryan as well, right? Again, like he's more charismatic than Malenko, but I think like they kind of viewed him at the time as like this vegan geek
This
basically,
fucking
and so
guy.
like it's like, oh, how funny is it that someone would fancy this little loser, like short
Meanwhile,
little man.
he was dating Brie Bella, who's like one of the, at the time, like one of the most beautiful women in the company.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
he was doing okay for himself in real life.
And he still is dating that young lady.
He's married to
Somebody-
her. They have 2 kids.
Yep.
Getting such John Jacobs and Nicole vibes here.
John
Wonderful beards, great
Oh.
technicians.
is not a vegan, super liberal guy.
He's very super liberal.
He's
I wouldn't
not.
say I'm super liberal.
I
I'd
don't
say
think
I'm liberal.
I think he
Boo.
operates in a space of like common sense and justice.
I hope so.
Ah,
And
sure.
that's why we hate the royal family.
Stop it. You had to bring them into this. I don't like it.
I'm just joshing.
I've had a bad week. My favorite TV presenter reporter is Hugh Edwards, so I've had a terrible week.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Who, Maya Jama?
Oh my god. Hugh Edwards he's been treated horrendously. The British press is the fucking worst. The worst.
They are pretty harsh. Like I think they're just kind of like relentless.
Do you know the
But
story?
it's kind of like the British culture. Like, no offense, you guys are very rude. So I think that not you, but like overall, you're not. I mean,
the British
aren't
people in
known for
general
being
are rude.
super nice.
Yeah,
Huh?
like British people will call people cunts and not bat an eyelid.
Yeah,
whereas if
yeah,
you did that to someone in
exactly.
America, you're gonna get
Like,
shot.
You guys are just very raw with what you say. Like it doesn't, just cut and dry.
We have a very good sense of humor. If you were able to take the piss out of someone and do it well, it's like fair play to him. Like, let me shake your hand, I'll buy you a pint. But Hugh Edwards, listen, he was caught. I don't know, caught's the right word. He basically paying £35,000 to like an OnlyFans girl or a sex worker.
I thought it was a guy.
No,
It was a guy?
No, it was a girl. He
Sorry.
was then accused of being on a male dating app,
Ooh,
and they never met each other. He was just messaging, and this was turned into, again, by the Sun, the British press. This girl was 17 at the time. He was messaging an underage. He was paying an underage girl.
Was she?
It was never proven.
Oh.
But this is what happened. Basically, the news story came out that a BBC presenter was like.
This is the guy who announced the Queen's death, who narrated the Queen's funeral.
Yeah, exchanging explicit messages with an underage person, but they didn't say who it was. And then it's emerged in the last few days that yes, it was this guy, but it was a 20-year-old, and that they were just messaging and exchanging pictures, never met, nothing actually ever happened. So
did he think it was a woman?
No. Well, he's not come out. His wife released a statement saying Hugh's had a long-standing problems with mental health.
That was mental.
He's
which he's
currently
opened up about before, to be fair.
And
like it's not just a thing where it's like something's come out, I'm going to play the mental health card kind of thing.
He came out 5 years ago. He came out and expressed, look, I've had serious bouts of depression. It's really hard. People need to talk about this more. And then the fact that the press have come after him hard this last week, he's in a facility now, and his wife said, "Can you just please?" He'll release.
He's in a facility now.
Yeah.
Look where the press has driven him.
And his wife come out and say, he'll release a statement when he's out, but can you just give us some privacy at this time? I'm aware what's happened. He's apologized to us. He doesn't want. He's in the same as right. I don't want his colleagues to be put through the same level of scrutiny. So it's him.
Because the initial story that came
5
out was
days.
just like,
who is it?
Yeah, because it was just like a BBC presenter has been sacked because of X, Y, Z, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's this person. Oh, it's this person." So.
And they came out and goes, he's
suspended. What social media's like.
Hugh Edwards would present the news at 10, so everyone's glued on Monday. Oh my God, Hugh Edwards isn't there. It's Rita Chakrabarti.
Like, can I ask a question then? So, like, have they outed him? Is that the problem? Okay.
Yeah. But he hasn't done anything wrong. He's not. He's not
Okay, that's
done
what I'm
anything.
saying. Like, did he actually do something, or
He
was
didn't do
just
anything
talking
illegal.
to
No.
a
No.
man online?
He was messaging some guy on a date now.
Okay. Well, just
But I mean,
mean,
but
morally, probably not morally wrong because you're married.
yes,
Shouldn't be on a dating app.
John Sopel, who's like the chief correspondent of the BBC, said what he does in his own time is nobody else's business. Bar if he does his job well and he doesn't break any laws, and he isn't doing anything offensive or hurting people. What he does in his own time is nobody's business. So the fact that he's come under so much scrutiny is very questionable of the ethics behind the probing
It's
and the
just
stories.
sad because like people just have so much time that they get like so engulfed in these stories, and it's like just focus on yourself.
But
I mean, I'm not being funny, but like your private life shouldn't impact your job, right? Like,
absolutely.
I shouldn't get called into HR and suspended from my job because of because I cheated on my wife or something. Not that I'm not saying I did. I'm just saying like.
Yeah, you're playing poker till 4 o'clock. You're out till 5 o'clock. Okay, I still came in and did my job, and nobody knew at the time. So what's the issue?
That happens all the time, you guys. Like, because it's the negative press. They don't even. It's not because they care. It's the negative press that you get because of it. That's all.
Yep.
It's not. I don't think it's right, but.
And I love the man. Like in the UK, in the UK, I think he's a brilliant broadcaster. I think again this is the man who was trusted to report the news of Her Majesty's death and then narrate the funeral. This is the man held in the highest of regard.
I'm still really happy that Her Majesty passed away when I was in London. Like I felt
it's like you were there. It's like you were there.
Like I was there. Like I was, I felt included. I really appreciated that. Thank you.
She waited until Lissy was over to make sure. Okay, now I'm going to pop my clogs. I mean, she was at Balmoral, but still.
I know, but still, I was in the country. I was in the country.
You were in Britain, yeah, exactly. Davey, you okay? I'll get you up bed. Don't worry.
Oh God. And is this Joey Morella?
I think so, yeah.
I think it is.
The white socks with the black shoes and pants are a look.
First of all, Peter is known for his socks with black sneakers.
Really?
And the jeans are just short enough that you can see everything.
How is Peter?
Where are we at on time?
Huh?
We are at 2:39:38, 39:40.
2:39. I'm way behind.
Oh
wow!
Bret is just Bulldog just put Bret on the top rope for a superplex.
On the top turnbuckle. Okay, I'm there.
Top it's happening, guys.
Yeah. So how's Peter getting on?
Peter's fine. Peter's being Peter.
I would expect him to do that.
He's giving me new material every day.
Bret Hart's his guy as well. He'll be cheering Bret on here, wouldn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
When are you starting out of context Peter on Thread?
No context. Okay. Pete Almeida.
So I've started to document some stuff. Like Peter only, well, no, I don't want to say only, but maybe like 90% of the time he wears plaid flannel shirts. So yesterday I made like
a collage. Approves.
I made like a collage of like just like, you know how in your Apple album, Jack, do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Like if you click the person's face, it'll bring up like all the pictures of him. And I just realized that like in every single picture he's wearing like a plaid flannel shirt. So like I made a collage. I'll send it to you guys. But I feel like these are the rumblings for the no context Peter. It's gonna happen.
I love that.
There's some account out there who just posts the same meme every day. You need to just post a different photo of him wearing a plaid flannel shirt every day. Or one of those, is Peter Almeida wearing flannel today? Yes. And closer. He's got the sharpshooter.
You see the account that posts the same video every day of we're just men. We're just normal men. Have you seen that?
Wait.
I'll have to find out.
Who says that? We're just normal men.
Isn't there an account that I think Jack, you told me this? I didn't know this. That it's like, is Sonny in jail today? Yeah.
That was me.
It was
and it was shut down within 24 hours. Yeah. Is Sonny in jail today? I was gonna put yes every day. I was like, and I thought it was
it's not bad.
Not yet.
Happened on me.
241.
Share this in the group. But if you're watching this and you haven't seen it, just go to @We Just Normal Men on
Look at the pop.
on
We're
Twitter.
just normal men. I need to follow it.
There's an account saying, does Bret Hart hate Goldberg? And he just tweets every day, yes.
That
Still
one.
yes.
That one.
Fuck yes.
It will always be yes. All the days of his life.
Wow, Wembley looks so cool here.
It really
The British
does.
Bulldog. He did it.
He looks so out of it, man. Jesus.
He was tired, bro.
He
Bruh.
was, bruh.
Ooh. Bro.
Vince's commentary.
Diana with the cry.
The winner of this contest, and no.
He always like
Ludwig Kaiser. Sorry.
Have you announced many new champions, Lisa?
a few, but we don't.
When
I mean,
Ariel won the belt, right?
We've I think the title that has changed the most in my time with CCW is our Cruiserweight Championship. But also, I always get like such anxiety when I have to say "and new,"
and no,
always cracks. I always crack. It's so
well.
bad. Like it's actually like my least favorite thing to do. And I don't know the finishes. So like
good.
I'm genuinely part of the show, like just watching like an audience member.
Hmm. So are you like sitting ringside and then the finish happens and you have to be like,
yeah, I'm like, oh shit. So like it's good because it makes me pay attention. Not that I wouldn't be paying attention, but like I really have to be like, you know, in it.
Yeah, because it's like if you're at a show, like your attention could be diverted for some reason, right? Like
apparently here, Bret is saying to Davey, like look at me. Like, look at me, and he wasn't listening. He turns away the next time. I think it was like, look away.
Yeah, like one thing about Bret is an actor.
This is cinema.
What a beautiful moment for the World Wrestling Federation.
You see that the Roman Reigns storyline got nominated for an Emmy.
That old belt is so good, by the way.
Oh so beautiful. You know, I love Gunther, but like I wish he would bring back this old belt. That would just solidify his Intercontinental title reign to me.
How much
are you trolling, by the way, JJ? JJ, are you trolling?
Yes, I am trolling. Yes,
Okay,
they didn't get nominated for an Emmy.
I don't know.
The acting is terrible. Don't get me wrong.
You know who was nominated for a sports Emmy though?
Sorry?
Jack, you know this, don't you?
I don't know what sports Emmys are.
Claire was. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Who got nominated?
Claire. This was like months ago. I didn't know that you didn't know this.
Okay.
For his 30 for 30, for his 30 for 30.
All right, I did know that. Yeah.
Very good. Look, group hug, family time. Come on, guys. Let's all partake group hug. The three of us.
I'm fucked, Bret. Your wife says, Davey. Fuck.
I'm fucked.
I'm fucked. From Wigan, innit? Pie eater. Oh, family ever.
I'm sorry. That pyro is a little cheap.
And then Bret would go on and become world champion 4.5 months later.
Yeah, the way
being
that
the Nature Boy. He ended up all right for him.
They haven't quite figured out pyro at this point, I feel like.
yeah. It was just it wasn't doing much. It got better, but it wasn't doing everything it needed to do.
This is like the equivalent of AEW's exploding barbed wire match.
Yo!
So apparently in the new Fight Forever game, right, you can have an exploding barbed wire match, and most of the time, like, it will properly explode when it goes off, but sometimes, like, once in a while, apparently there'll be a dud one, just like as a little Easter egg to kind of take the piss out of themselves a little bit. But
this may sound quite weird. I was dreaming about Eddie Kingston last night. Is that concerning?
Like
what sort of dream was it?
Dream?
Like,
be very careful with your next words.
Keep very careful. I think Kevin Sullivan's here. Careful. He was in like Huddersfield Town Centre and he was chatting away with me. He was having he had like a 4-year-old daughter. He's having problems with the baby mama. Something to that effect. I know.
You were
Very
advising him because you were a
Hey, buddy,
relationship expert.
we can sort this out. Just just you gotta do the right thing here. Go through the right protocols. You being there. It's just patience. Yeah,
Why do
cheers,
you?
Jack. I appreciate you, bro. Fine. You're right, Eddie. No, sorry, pal.
Oh God.
So that was SummerSlam '92. Was that as memorable as maybe? Was as memorable as it was hyped up previously, right?
Did you say 98?
SummerSlam '92.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He knew what it meant, and he still called me.
I know,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Just in
cheers.
case anyone was watching, I was like, oh shit, I just
There's
watched an old
nobody
show.
watching. I've got the stats. People stop watching after a minute. I
We
know.
just
Well,
do
we're
this for
having fun.
ourselves, guys. It's okay.
That's okay. Listen, your hair's darker than usual. What happened to the blonde? Is that what's changed as well as the
No, it's just dirty, but like it's
dirty?
it's just grown out so far
Yeah, me
that I
too.
need to, when I get back to Miami, first order of business is I'm going
Nail tech.
to, oh, I miss her. Going to my nails. I'm going to see my injector, and
Your
I'm going to
injector.
do my hair. Yeah, the lady who does my lips. Pam,
Oh,
shout out to Pam. She does the best job. I
Come
love
on, Pam.
her. Come on. We gotta do preventative maintenance as we get older, guys.
JJ, what
Just
preventative
just know.
maintenance do you do, JJ?
I need to do something about this hair, man. It is rapidly disappearing.
I mean, I wish I could relate, but oh wait.
Guys, honestly,
I
like a little bit of Botox in here will change your life. I'm just
so
saying.
I shower most days, so I do that.
I don't know why that's so funny to me, but so most days it sounds like the guy from
No,
Keenan and Kel.
but
I have a radio in my car.
guys, I didn't know this until recently. I think it was like a couple years ago. In some type of interview, I believe it was Ashton Kutcher and his wife Mila Kunis. Don't quote me here, but I believe they said something to the effect of, we don't shower every day. We just, run a cloth under where our folds are. So I think like they just underarms, maybe
I did that
down.
when I
I
was
don't
a
know.
kid, like when I was 4 or 5. That was quite normal. You had like big bath day on the Sunday night, a couple of baths in the week, and then if that you have a wash. But I mean, I shower twice a day in this heat.
As an
It's
adult,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
come on.
I
Who
don't know.
wants
The
who
weather
wants to
is
do anything with
with the
someone that
Levante.
hasn't showered?
Listen, you've got to visit here in summer. The humidity is horrendous. It's just.
No.
I went to
I'm
pick
a November jib type of girl.
yeah, that's why. I went to pick the boy up from nursery, and my shirt is like in 3 different colours, such
Oh
as the
my
levels
God.
of sweat in here, and then the fold bit, and thinking, please don't judge me. I'm
That's what
from
I'm
Huddersfield. Yesterday
that's what I'm going back
was
to. It's terrible where I live. I don't
my
need to go see it over there.
11th anniversary of moving to these fair shores, so
Wow.
still haven't really acclimatized.
I'm coming up 8 years.
Wow.
Your
Right.
beard's looking a little longer than
Yeah.
normal, JJ. Is that right?
No, I don't think it is. No.
That's part of the
right.
maintenance.
Yep. I get a haircut and a beard trim once a month. So we're about a couple of weeks into that cycle.
Very good.
I've got in my bathroom got this little metal thing. This little metal thing, and you can clip your nails. So I do that probably once a week.
Can I tell you something?
I find
That's
that
way
really
more
helps.
than a lot of men do, and I
Really?
really
I do
commend
the
you.
same once a week. Yeah.
No, that's one thing, like as a woman, like if I'm dating someone, like their nails, like their hands, their nails have to be nice. Like I don't want to look at that. I don't want those hands touching me. Like if your nails are gross and like they're dirty, or like if you just like bite them all the way down, like that's not attractive. So just use the nail clipper.
I've never bitten my nails.
Very simple
I did
maintenance
as a
is
kid.
key.
I think because I was a really fat kid, I think it was a way to like a
Stop
weird
eating
tick.
so much.
But now I think so, yeah. But now I'll cut them once a week, and I cut them really short, which Lorraine finds really weird. But
Very good.
yeah. My grandma used to say you can tell a lot. A man should leave the house in the morning, clean teeth, clean shoes, and she
Love
would
that.
always judge a man by his shoes.
My
Yeah.
shoes are filthy. Like the shoes that I like, because
Stop.
nowadays when I'm going to the gym in the morning, right? So and I don't have enough
What,
room in my
JJ?
bag for like my gym kit and like my towel and all of my stuff. So I just wear my gym shoes in the office, especially when it's this time of year when you're just wearing
John,
like a
you're
t-shirt and
better
shorts
than
all the
that.
time. So I've just got these like white trainers, and they're fine, but like they're white, right? So they get dirty pretty easily.
Clean
Yeah.
them, wash them.
No, I do, but it's like they don't go clean. Like I put them in the washing machine like every couple of weeks, but
It's not like you.
they're
It's
still
not like you're
pretty
running
bad.
through fields. I'm guessing you're on a treadmill.
Yeah, but you know what it's like in gym, right? Like the air is filthy anyway, so just wandering around
Yeah.
like white shoes get dirty. Anyway,
Have you been back on a new training regime?
it's the same one I've been on like the whole year.
7 years.
No, just like started this year, probably in like February.
He's been doing the meal planning and all that. He told us about it.
Yeah, I mean meal planning less so, but yeah,
Like we got pizza at Plaza tonight, so yeah, it's just we tried
yeah.
to.
I just had like a frozen pizza from Morris because Nicole's out and she was
Balance.
like. And like we got nothing in, like I need to go food shopping
Yeah,
tomorrow.
she's
So,
going in the
let me
morning to
just
make.
grab something from Morrison.
The rain goes straight across
Balance.
to Mercadona at 9:30 as soon as it opens on a Saturday morning.
Ooh.
Can't be paying Morrison's prices. Anyway, we've drawn on long enough. Thank you for watching, all three of you. Really appreciate it. If you've got any shout outs, wanting us to watch anything, like let us know. We'll find out. We'll get back to you in 6 weeks' time. Thanks, Finney.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, he's been John Jacobs. She's been Lucy Minute. Next time you see her lips, nails, hair. Next time you
Shut
see
up.
me, my head will probably shave bald. But swings and roundabouts. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you all. If not in London, we'll see you all very soon.